Welcome back, everybody, to Clash and Conferences podcast. We've got no NFC East teams alive anymore, but we're still here with the crew, rehashing any news that comes up, going through the games, and we got a little internal competition going on once again, where we have a confidence pool going. Right now, we got Randy.
Mike.
Yeah.
We also have no NFC North teams alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
no,
That's not
NFC
true.
North
That's not
teams
true.
alive, but
No,
I
that's
think
not true. We have Detroit.
We got a little representative here with us this week anyway. We'll get into it in a little bit, but
No,
right
I was
now,
kidding. We do
No.
have Detroit's still in it. So we
No,
do
you were
have
trying to
Detroit
do
is,
it.
nobody likes Detroit.
Yeah, but he was trying to get a dig in, and he messed up again.
I did.
Already,
Yeah.
he's already wrong.
You
Just
getting your
like
hand in another
already
man's
wrong. That's right.
hand in another
He's
man's
already
pants
wrong.
again.
Yeah. Can we silence Trofer and Trey for the next 10 minutes?
He's going to
please?
start calling Green Bay Greenland or something during this podcast, I'm sure. But we do have Randy leading the confidence pool right now at 65, with Topher not too far behind at 58. Paul
Pretty far.
at 54 with some big numbers left, I'm told, and Greg trailing at 48. Last week we had Baltimore beating the heck out of Houston 34-10. We had San Francisco taking down Green Bay in a tight one, 24-21. We had Detroit 31-23, and we had KC 27-24 in a really good game against Buffalo. Not a whole lot going on in the conference, but we do have a whole lot of coaching shakeups. We only got one head coaching change going on in the conference, but I think I was looking at it earlier. I think almost everybody's coordinators appear to be completely revamped, except for maybe one staying with Randy. Is your offensive coordinator safe this offseason?
So I have not seen anything that says that they're going to get rid of him so far.
He might be the only one of the 8 coordinators in the entire conference back next year. It's to be seen, but that's the way it's looking. I know there's
I don't know why you would cut the top scoring offense in the league, cut that coordinator, but
I agree. I just think it's surprising that you could have 7 out of 8 coordinators in the conference changing hands. That's
a lot of piss poor teams in this conference.
Yeah, well, it could have been. It could have been.
Would have been.
At the end of the day, we're all on the couch at the same time.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And it's been the exact same amount of years that you've been to the conference championship.
Hold on. Paul,
exact same amount of years.
Hold on. Isn't that an interesting way to look at it, Mr. Freaking 4-12 or 4-13, Paul? I would say the same thing if I could only win 4 games a year.
Hey, maybe it has something to do with not showing off in that divisional game. I don't know. They didn't show up at all in that game. I mean, unless you want to count all the garbage points they got in the fourth quarter.
Says the team that won 6 games all year. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, you guys can laugh all you want. I know why we lost our games. It's all good.
Yeah. His name's
I think we all know why you lost those games. Your team is ass.
Yeah. Healthy, they would have had like 10 wins. It's all good.
Oh, God. We ain't got time for that.
Let's not get into how many of the 4
we can't get into
hypotheticals.
I thought we were going to
take to a championship.
I thought we were going to hear about freaking the Giants this week.
Hey,
let's talk a little bit more about these coaches. There's some big news out of Philadelphia today with some potential just traction on some big names. What do you got going on there, Greg?
Yeah, we Howie and Nick Sirianni had their end of year press conference, and they ended up showing up late to the conference, which I thought was ironic. And then there was some Adam Schefter breaking news that Vic Fangio is parting ways with Miami. He wants to spend some time up home with his family, and ironically enough, he's from the Pennsylvania area. So it looks like Vic is going to be our DC. Not sure how I feel about that. I love kind of his style. I like his 6 up front, his kind of man-to-man or a soft man zone coverage. We don't have that player. We don't have that. We don't have the players to help support that defense. So I'm curious to see what they go, if they go more 3-4 style. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, and if it happens, could be that he just wants to retire. Who knows? But that's what we're hearing. We got rid of our OC. So we'll see. Apparently, he was up for like 3 head coach openings. So I don't know if he's going to get any of those jobs, but we're definitely going to get a new offensive coordinator up in Philly. I am nervous with the press conference. It kind of sounded like Nick Sirianni is going to kind of stay. Obviously, he calls himself the CEO of the team, the head coach, which scares me because, I'm in the educational field. And to me, I equate it to he's got very little experience. I think he's got like 5-6 years of an NFL experience. And to me, that's taking like a 5 or a 6 year teacher and saying, all right, you are the superintendent. Good luck.
I think it's very odd that both coordinators are gone, but not the head coach. I feel like that rarely happens. I feel like if
That's
you're
his
blaming
way of
both
saving
the
his
coordinators,
ass.
somebody should probably be blaming the coach somewhere.
It's his way of saving his ass. Let me get rid. He picked his coordinators.
He did pick his
So I feel like
coordinators.
his ass should be out of there.
I think
I think he's the main reason why y'all fell apart. But
and to kind of go a little bit deeper into that, I'll take 20 seconds and kind of go a little deeper into that, Chris.
Oh, God. This is
put the timer on, Chris.
No, I really think that the reason we didn't go
up.
after a Belichick or someone big name, Pete Carroll, someone with stature, is because last time we did that, Howie was sent to the closet, right in the broom closet, and Howie couldn't make decisions. You bring, and I don't think Howie wants that, obviously. I mean, he doesn't want that. And so they're honestly, I think both of them are fighting for their job with Sirianni and Howie. I think Howie has done some great things.
I think Howie's done amazing things.
But he also has done some boneheaded things. Like you don't secure any linebackers, you don't secure any safeties, and you spend tons of money on Jalen. I know, but that is our weak point.
What's wrong with that? What Jalen?
I knew you were going to eat that one.
He had another. I'll be honest with you.
I told everybody for 2 years he was overrated.
In my head, we could have went another year on that rookie contract. We could have waited another year, but he didn't wait the year, and he threw the big money at him. Now, I get why he did that, because this year it would have been even more money. I totally get it.
Right.
But you want to be able to ride that rookie contract as long as you can, in my
100%.
opinion. So
100%.
But I think that's kind of where we're at. Next week we'll talk more, and hopefully we have an OC and a DC, and we'll be able to talk a little bit more offense, how it looks. From what we're hearing, they want to use Nick's offense but dress it up. Imagine that, actually have motion and have hot reads for blitzes and can get the ball out quick.
Yeah, pre-stat.
Exactly.
I think
we've been
going
preaching for years.
Going right into the next season, I think you got arguably the two best teams in the conference. Both their coaches are going to be on the hot seat, I think. I
agree. 100%.
I mean, there's a reason McCarthy did, he's on his last year. They didn't renew because they 100% are going to wait to see what happens. And it doesn't matter about shooting for moon. He's got to get to the moon.
Yeah,
this time. And I think both of them are going to be on the hot seat.
Yeah. Randy, what do you got a little special guest with us tonight?
I mean, just real quick. I mean, again, you look at McCarthy and it's hard to say, freaking you guys win 12 games and lose in a playoff, and now we're going to put you again. I know the
he
NFL,
won Super Bowls with his other team. What happened with you?
Yeah,
I'm used to that.
One Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but more than what you did.
Listen.
The thing is, Randy, though, the thing you're going to get beat up the most here. You won the division, and you went in and laid an egg against the 7th seed team that
Chris
barely made snuck the playoffs. Barely snuck in.
That lost to the Giants to a third-string quarterback on Monday Night Football.
But Chris, again, we weren't really supposed to even win the division. Hold on.
You won the division.
Chris,
you did.
Chris, shut up for a minute. My point is, listen, we luckily got the division. I was saying it all year long. I'd almost rather,
buddy.
Again, I said shut up. I said I'd almost rather early on. I said I'd almost rather play Tampa than freaking whoever is that number 7 seed because they're going to be hot. And guess what? Freaking welcome to Trey. Trey Copenhaver, whatever the heck your name is. I met him on Twitter. Dallas was supposed to win that game. He was supposed to come on so I could humiliate him. It didn't happen.
You meet a lot of dudes on Twitter.
It should have freaking happened. Dallas should have beat him. Dallas is a better team.
Okay,
Romeo Dobbs is nothing. Romeo Dobbs shouldn't even be a starter on any team, but somehow they got lucky. The stars aligned and they beat the Cowboys because the Cowboys.
I'm surprised you don't like him. He's only one letter away from being your favorite player of all time.
The Cowboys.
Oh, very cute, Paul. Very cute.
Torched
yeah,
Dallas.
He did, but he's their whole team is a nothing. Next year, all of us in this podcast can look and say, if Kirk Cousins is coming back, him and Jefferson are going to be better than you guys. No doubt about it. Justin Fields,
not even close.
Justin Fields is going to torch your team. And guess what? The Detroit Lions, who are in the NFC East Championship, they're going to torch you guys. You guys have a running back.
We beat them on Thanksgiving.
You guys have a running back that is about 84 years old. Who's going to have to start looking like Derrick Henry this year.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Randy does not play fantasy football.
No, that's not true.
No.
That's not true.
We're going to go out on a limb and say
I actually won one of my leagues.
Football well.
Have you never heard of Romeo Dobbs?
I have, but he's not a.
I'm going to go out on a limb that you don't even know the name of your cornerback that got hurt this year for the Cowboys.
Stephon Diggs.
Yes, Stephon Diggs. Come on now. So anyway, Trey, you freaking won. Congratulations. This was supposed to be, I mean, again, I still think next year you guys are trash, bottom of your division, but here you are. You won a lucky game. So go ahead and gloat a little bit, I guess. If I can have my
better than Dak Prescott.
If I could have my way, I wouldn't have even had you come on after this win. But of course, I stuck my foot in my mouth. So talk away.
You did. So just going to throw out a couple game time stats from a couple weeks ago, just in case you forgot. Aaron Jones was absolutely unstoppable against
the
Dallas.
Reincarnation of Chris.
The Packers let up 0 sacks against the Dallas Cowboys, who have Micah Parsons, who is probably one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. 0 sacks. Only let up 4 pressures. 4. On those 4 pressures,
one hit on a quarterback, right?
On those 4 pressures, Jordan Love, who you say is the worst quarterback in the NFC North, was 4 for 4 for 114 yards and a touchdown.
Man.
Jordan Love absolutely outplayed Dak Prescott that game, hands down, no question about it. Dak got all his stats on the last couple drives against junk players and junk time. It wasn't even close.
Your starters were still in.
Just like I told you on Twitter, you
prevent
got out
defense, buddy.
But I would agree, junk players, but your starting lineup was still in.
Them junk players knocked you out of the playoffs.
No doubt.
It's called a soft zone.
Just like I said on
Twitter. Prevent, right, Greg? Yeah.
Exactly.
Garbage yards, garbage
time.
Garbage quarterback, garbage head coach.
Sounds a lot like the Giants.
Sounds like a lot like the Dallas Cowboys every year, buddy.
Sounds the Giants this year.
That's why you haven't won anything in 30 years.
Actually, we won the NFC East this year.
Ooh, what'd that get you?
Got your tongue a little bit there.
It got you one more game than us and the Commanders.
Bit your tongue a little bit there, didn't you?
First round loss. Just to finish up here, the Packers have more playoff wins in AT&T Stadium than the Cowboys do. Just like I said on Twitter.
Jerry,
you got out coached.
I would agree.
I wasn't wrong. You got out coached. You got outplayed by the receivers that you said you didn't know. So
no one does.
I'm just going to stop my little segment at that, and can't wait to hear your rebuttal.
Well, in the end of it,
what do you mean nobody does? Greg knows who they are. Paul knows who they are.
Chris,
Mike does.
I think I told you this earlier. Please shut up. Anyway,
we have the youngest offense in the NFL in sports deal.
You do, and you know what? I was telling these guys last week. I think the Cowboys have the 11th youngest. It is actually, like, for both teams, there is a lot of future, but I still say I can't see a Justin Jefferson's Kirk Cousins combo not owning your division next year. I can't see Matt Stafford or Jared Goff falling apart next year.
There you go.
Shut up.
Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
Shut up. My point is, in the end of it, I look at my division and who I got to win next year, the Giants. who are junk and are going to continue to be junk. They're not even making changes. Washington, who, as Chris says,
We just got to be healthy.
Happier with their loser mentality. And then you got the Eagles, who are currently imploding on themselves. So I don't know. I look at next year and say my team has a much better chance of winning my division than your team has a chance of winning yours, Trey. So
I disagree. I totally disagree.
Disagree all you want, but facts are facts.
You forgot the fact that your team is imploding on Twitter and everybody yelling at each other about
and everybody's brother and everybody's mom thinks each other is trash.
CD's mom wants to get rid of Dak.
Again, CD's mom sits in the sidelines and doesn't coach.
Dak's brother is with him.
Well, he wants him out of there.
But you don't hear a whole lot from Dak or CD, unlike freaking your boy AJ Brown or half the freaking Giants team this year.
Whoa. Giants have no problems in their locker room.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Well, they all equally suck. So there's no hierarchy.
I try to tell you,
it's an equal playing field of ass.
So please dive into what happened to Wink then, because 2 weeks ago it was a perfect marriage and they were all happy and no one could do any wrong. And Dable and him were buddies. I think you even said that they were going to go out and have a beer and drink some pizza.
No. It was a pizza. Dable. That's the thing. See, Coach Daves was trying to put the fire out, and I found out a lot about that. I told you guys. I thought we weren't going to
talk about the Giants today.
He brought it up. But I did a little research on that, and I found out he did the same exact thing in Baltimore, which ran him out. He just wanted more power, and he didn't want to listen to the head coach. He did the same thing in Baltimore, but Dable was trying to put the fire out over and over, and Dable wanted him to stay. So
apparently he's still on your team.
Now he's not. Now he's not.
Did they officially fire him?
Yeah, he can go anywhere he wants. That's why there's been rumors that you might even pick him up. But originally, they said we're expecting Dable and Wink and Captain back, and that's what they said in their end of the season press conference. And within a day, he said he resigned. He walked out. He stormed out. He's done this before. He started the problem. And if you ever go, like I said, go to Talking Giants and watch their little, I think it's like a 25-minute episode of Bobby Skinner doing his rant on Wink.
Propaganda.
I learned some things from him on that because I found out how much of a snake Wink actually is. So it's all good.
Snake.
I look, the head coach got the job. It's his role. He's the boss, right? You're talking about a superintendent and everything.
Yeah.
You got to listen to your boss. He tried to override his boss, and that's what happened.
Not if you're Mike McCarthy in Dallas, he don't even run that team.
I know Jerry Jones does.
No need to. You got the best. You got the best leader in the NFL running that team.
Jerry Jones.
Whatever.
Oh my goodness!
Look, I'll hold
That's terrible.
I already told you
of the NFL.
I already told you you're not going to win another Super Bowl till he dies.
I'll hold my criticism of the. I'll hold my criticism of the Godfather.
Wow.
Packers don't even have an owner.
Is that the real one or the hologram one?
You're drinking the Kool-Aid there, aren't you?
I got a lot of respect for the guy. He's an older guy. He's been with the Cowboys for a long time. He's like a godfather. I don't know. Maybe he's good. Maybe he's bad. I know he has a lot to do with drafts, and they draft really, really well. So,
shame he can't find a coach to win with all that talent.
In the end of it, we have found plenty of coaches to win. It's just been a while, Chris.
I do have a question for you. How many playoff wins does Tony Romo have? Because every time we bring up old quarterbacks, you talk about how much you love Tony Romo. How many playoff wins does Tony Romo have?
Because
he's so great.
I believe it's 2, but
Eli's not a Hall of Famer.
I might be getting mixed up. Anyway, I know Eli's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but how many playoff wins does he have, and how many Super Bowl MVPs does he have? But Romo's better than him and has how many?
I would agree. I would agree. Romo's better than him.
And how many playoff wins he got? How many Super Bowls he got?
Eli?
No, Romo.
I think I said 2.
He actually has 2?
I believe 2. Yeah.
All right. I'd be shocked.
I think
he has 1.
Which is more than Eli has.
Eli won Super Bowls.
Oh, you're confused. No, it was a defense that won those Super Bowls. Not
Eli. We did not have a good defense that year. Let's go look it up.
No.
I remember. No. Go look it up.
I remember I picked up the Giants defense that year, and they had one game they had 12 sacks. Don't tell me they didn't have a good defense.
It was one of the worst defenses that year until the playoffs.
No.
And I told Greg
you stuck your foot right in your mouth on that one, Chris.
No, I didn't actually.
Yes, you did.
And I just sent Greg and you guys a text the other day about the greatest performance in the playoffs on the road, and Greg tried to say, well, we played more games. But every single one of them guys played in the divisional round.
So,
when they had their best overall.
It's funny.
Again,
but you know what they didn't do? Win the Super Bowl that year. Eli did get an extra game.
We started this podcast saying we weren't going to talk about the Giants, and I feel like that's all we've done.
Well, hold on. And he arguably beat the greatest team ever, the 18-0 Patriots, with the greatest quarterback ever, and probably the greatest coach ever. So you can say what you want about Eli Manning. Romo ain't carrying his jockstrap. And who got the first win in the AT&T Stadium? Eli Manning.
Just another reason Chris thinks Eli is the best quarterback ever.
He's not. But he's a Hall of Famer. And
he might not even be top three the way we've been talking about Josh Allen lately.
And Josh Allen and DJ
Chris, would you rather have Josh Allen or Eli?
Oh, Eli got me two Super Bowls. 100% Eli.
But Josh Allen is your eye candy.
I love Josh Allen. He's a great quarterback.
So what did you think of the game this weekend then?
I thought he played a great game.
You're not going to put any blame on him?
I think he played a great game. I don't watch the Bills like I watch.
It was a close-ended question.
So the truth of the matter is, I know the Bills had a lot of problems. I found out after the fact. Remember when Kelsey said to him after the game, "You guys shouldn't even have been here." Well, some people took that as a dig. He said that in a positive to Josh Allen. Josh Allen carried that team, and I actually think Josh Allen played really well in that game. The one drive on the last play, he tried to throw that touchdown at the end that dropped short in the end zone. It was just like the one he had the week before. He should have went underneath the Diggs. They would have had a better field goal. He missed that, but he went for the home run. And I'm not going to question the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now. He took a shot.
I'll tell you what. If
he rolled the dice and believed in himself. So
if Josh Allen's the greatest quarterback in the NFL, then I'll give you Eli might be better than Romo in that situation.
I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about present.
In that world,
I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL.
Absolutely. Now I get it.
I do.
All right. Let's get off of making our all-time quarterback picks. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with our picks for the AFC and NFC championship. Go ahead.
One thing real quick. Trey is a Green Bay fan talking about possibly maybe someday joining our podcast at some point. He's got a lot going on in life. But, Trey, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. I wish I would have beat you so I could have talked more crap to you, but this is what it's all about, man.
Trey, before you go, real quick, give me your picks for the week. You like Baltimore or KC? You like San Francisco, Detroit?
I like Baltimore. They're at home. I picked them as my Super Bowl winner this year. And, man, as an NFC North fan, I don't want to see Detroit win, but I hope they beat San Fran.
Why? Just because San Fran, just because they beat you? Or
I just can't stand San Fran. I don't know why. I just not a huge fan.
Maybe because they eliminated you out of the playoffs the last couple of years when you were in the playoffs.
Last 4 years in a row, yeah.
So, that's understandable.
I think I'm going to pick them to win, though. I think I'm going to pick San Fran and Baltimore Super Bowl. Gotta go with the script.
All right. Well, who's going to?
Now you sound like Randy.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? All right. Well, you ain't going to be on here next week. All right.
So
Baltimore. There you go, Baltimore will win.
He's wrong.
I won't be just like I was on Twitter.
We'll get to your picks here shortly.
Yeah, Paul won't like that.
Thanks,
you,
guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Thank you, brother.
All right, everybody, we're back with the second half. We're going to make some picks here. We got 2 games this week. We got Baltimore favored by 3.5 hosting KC. We got San Francisco favored by a big 7 hosting Detroit. We're not picking against the spread, but those are the spreads. We're going to go with Paul first so he can get off to a game he's heading to tonight. Paul, what's your picks for the week?
Well, I'm going to get one pick that's going to be pretty obvious. The other is going to be an upset just because it's actually a competition. So I'm actually, I kind of have to do it. So, but I'm going to go Niners with 8. And I'm going to go KC at 5. I don't have much confidence. It's the lowest number I got left. But everybody's going to pick Baltimore, so I got to go with KC.
And who's your Super Bowl team that you had?
Niners.
All right, so we're rooting hard for the Niners then.
I think Randy's going KC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to cock block you, bud, but I definitely, I'm taking at 8 San Francisco. I think my next highest is 4. I'm going to take Kansas at 4. I love Baltimore.
Kansas.
But I'm sorry. In the playoffs, it's like Brady. You do not pick against the actual best quarterback in the NFL right now, Mahomes.
Fair enough.
Well, damn it. I would have picked KC. Damn it. I would have picked Baltimore.
Switch it up, old man. Switch it up.
He can't. He has to go to a game.
I would switch it up. Absolutely. I'm just trying to do whatever you do the opposite of. So if anybody lets me switch it up, I definitely will do the same thing. 5 to Baltimore.
Your call, Mike. You're the host.
I was just trying to
let him switch it up. I'm the lead dog. Let him switch it up.
Go ahead.
I'm cool with it.
Paul was supposed to go after Randy anyway, so that's how the strategy was meant to work when we set the rules. So Paul can change.
All right, Paul. So you're going with Baltimore. Are you changing your points, or is it still 5? Or are you going with the 8?
No, just 5 because I think this will be a close game, just like the KC Buffalo game last week.
You sure you don't want to put the 8 on them? You got to catch Randy.
You mean Kansas Buffalo?
All right, Paul's picks are locked in case he needs to run. Let's go to Topher next.
All right, so I know I'm down 7 points, so I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to put my 7 on them, and I'm going to take the Niners, and I'm going to put my 1 on them because the only thing I have left is 1 and 2. So I'm going to put my 1 on the Niners, not because I don't think they're going to win, and I'm going to put my 7 on Baltimore because I got to go opposite than Randy, and I got to get 7 points.
All right.
Man, you guys are putting me in quite a little pickle here.
A little pickle there, buddy.
So I only have a 1 and a 2 and an 8 left. So if I'm playing this strategically, I'm going to take Detroit with the number 8.
Still going to lose.
Craig, I hate to tell you, but if you're playing it strategically, you're mathematically eliminated if you only have a 1, a 2, and an 8 left.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's just do it.
You're down 17.
Hey, you got to do the best you can, buddy.
No, I mean, I'm down by 17, so I got to ride out the San Francisco thing and get 5 extra points.
Yep.
So I'm going to take. God damn it!
Yeah,
I'm going to take San Fran at 8.
Just get your picks right. That's what matters at this point.
I'm going to do San Fran at 8, and then I'm going to take. I guess I'll take Baltimore. Baltimore at 2.
The big decision, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
We'll do the Ravens.
Especially with all that at stake for you.
You could be last.
Don't you have a basketball game to go to, Paul? Get out of here.
All right, I am out of here.
All right.
Paul.
I will,
be safe and have a good time, buddy.
All right. Shut up, Chris.
All right. Have a fun time. I
So
always have to be the butt of his jokes. Like,
anybody have any?
This is so fun, Chris. Hey, my forehead.
They want to make on any
white
of
as
these
hell.
games
White
before we get out of here. We all want to all roll to the game with Paul.
I got one thing to say, guys. 4 for 4 last week. The only 4 for 4.
I was close, buddy.
The beard of knowledge, we'll call this the gray of wisdom right here. All right. Oh, you like that one, don't you, Greg?
Nostradamus starting the way, ending the year the way he started, maybe.
Hey,
every time.
All I need is Baltimore to win, buddy. All I need.
I feel you.
That's all I need.
I think we're gonna have some good games this week. I
do too. I'm excited.
I think the Niners game. I think we're, in my opinion, I'm gonna put some money on the over. I know it's 50.5, but that Detroit defense is god awful. They're playing okay, but San Fran's just gonna, I think, go up and down the field.
I think I saw today Debo's out.
Oh, is he out? Is that
tough,
100%?
That doesn't help.
Oh,
and I don't know if it was Shannon Sharp or Stephen A. Smith. One of them was like, they can't beat Detroit without Debo. But I think they can.
Yeah,
I think it changes the game 100%.
100%. But
Detroit's got a very good run game. I know Christian McCaffrey's probably the best in the game right now, but that double-headed running back is good.
I honestly thought Purdy looked normal last weekend without Debo there. So it's like
Purdy's good.
Yeah.
I mean, normal. Like, he didn't look great to me at all by any means. He looked like an average quarterback.
Yeah, but he's good. He's a good quarterback. It's like what Cam said. I try to have his argument with you guys. If you ain't the top 3, you need your supporting cast. He can go out and win it with the right team around him. He can go out and win the game with
he's ball
smart.
management.
Yep.
Not turning over the ball, consistent. honestly the opposite of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Now, I mean, like, I know you guys rag on me, but I try to say this. Like, you put him on the 49ers, he's an MVP candidate. You put him on the New York Giants through week 1 through 8, he sucks.
Oh my God.
He sucks, right?
My God.
Greg, do you disagree though? Like,
I don't want to get into this with you right now.
Purdy ain't taking us to the playoffs, buddy. I don't think Purdy's taking us to the playoffs.
Put Tom Brady or freaking Peyton Manning on the Giants team and they'd be terrible right now.
Why?
Because it's a terrible team right now. There's no good pieces.
Because of what?
There's not a good piece on that team.
That offensive line was atrocious.
You got a decent tight end. That's about it. Like, seriously.
We had a good running.
Utilized.
What's that?
He wasn't. He sat out a lot. He sat a lot out there in the middle of the season. He did. Yeah. He got that like soft tissue problem. It's going to hurt him regardless. I think they just sat him out because we didn't have a winning record. I think he could have played. I just think what's the point? He's under contract next year. He's coming back. So I think they played him well. He's healthy.
Yeah, it should be interesting. These games will be good. I can now unsubscribe from my Peacock that I had to buy for 2 Saturdays
2 weeks.
ago.
Yeah, me too.
So I can unsubscribe from that.
They got $5.99 out of us, $4.99 or whatever it was. It's
absolutely crazy. Insane.
I was telling.
I will tell you this, guys. You're gonna like this one. I think Peacock's actually a pretty decent thing. You can actually watch a show on Peacock called Yellowstone where you can watch really good Cowboys play. So,
listen,
I heard that Dallas joke.
Canadian. Yeah. It's not how we do It's not how we do football.
We have a group that kind of linked up with Steven a little bit and talked to us. Rec Room Sports. They were talking about that, and I said, man, I commented on one of their reels. I said, man, before you know it, they're going to be making the Super Bowl pay-per-view. Like it's bull crap, man. It's bull crap.
From what I heard, they were testing, and that's what their testing was. And
how many people signed up for Peacock? That's what they were looking at.
They said it was the number one app for almost a week in a row when it was from number 20 or something.
I mean, I heard a lot of people say that's bullshit. I ain't getting it, but I bet they did. I mean, I did. I wanted to watch the games.
I saw the NFL lost 10 or 11 million viewers by doing it that way.
Really?
And that's not good. That's not a good number for advertising.
No.
I did not know that. I couldn't miss it, man. Josh Allen was playing on Peacock.
Now we got the Taylor Swift fans, though. We're
good to go.
Good to go.
That was their backup. I did think that was really cool with Jason Kelsey. Did you see when he picked that little girl up and carried her up there so she could wave at Taylor Swift? I thought that was cool. He's a lot of fun, man. I can like the guy now that he retired.
He didn't retire yet. Watch
he's not. I thought he officially. I think he officially.
Honestly, I think, my opinion. This is just my opinion. I say both of the Kelsey brothers retire. I think if Travis wins the Super Bowl,
I thought that, buddy.
Done. I'm telling you.
Well, he's only 2 years younger. He takes a beating every game. I thought that.
I'm telling you, I got that feeling.
I was leaning towards them wanting to play a year together somewhere.
I wouldn't rule that out.
I saw Travis say something a week or so ago that he said he didn't think Jason was done.
They talk about. I don't watch their podcast religiously, but I do like it. Did they say anything about that? Did they talk about?
No, they're not going to talk about the retirement thing yet. He wants to make it on his terms, and that's why he was pissed at one of the Philly guy from Philly Inquirer. Jeff McLean, I think is who it was that tried to announce it. And he's like, listen, I'm not retiring right now. There's a time and a place. And he thinks that, too soon, too quick. It's right after the season. He's too emotional and too vested and just wants to take a step back and kind of enjoy life for a little bit. But he's not going to take the time he took last year. So we'll see. But we should get together in a group. I was talking to Jim a little bit ago about it. If you guys are free, it's I think it's the second Tuesday in June. We'll go to Sea City to the Ocean Drive and hang out with him. He does like a guest bartending thing down there. It's on a Tuesday, so we'll just take the day off and the day after, and it's a lot of fun.
Little time off in the summertime from work. I'm down with that.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'll keep you posted.
Awesome.
What are we looking to go out and do a spot at Victory, Chris? Have you heard anything about that?
I haven't heard too much about it. I think Steven was in contact. Like I said, I have a link there. I have a person to talk to. My daughter works there, but I think Steven's in on that. I think he's working on that.
Because I know we want to try to keep everybody in tune with draft specials coming up too. So we'll talk about that as well.
It's awesome.
I'm looking forward to the draft special. Let's go Bears.
What are you going to do with your pick? I mean, you going to do a little trading, or are you getting rid of your?
We're just gonna wait a couple weeks, and we're gonna talk to a bunch of people. I'll let you know then.
I think
depends on what kind of offers come in.
I honestly think you guys would be dumb to let Justin Fields go. I think I would keep him and build around him. That's just my opinion. I'm a little bit more like forgiving the quarterback. So
I'm not opposed to either scenario myself.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Justin Fields. Man, I heard some people the other day saying that, like, imagine what San Francisco would be if they had Justin Fields right now instead of Brock Purdy. I mean, I like Justin Fields, man. I heard people say Justin Fields is better than Jalen Hurts. I watched James Jones say that on Good Morning Football or something already. Like, he has the...
At that point, you should have turned the channel.
Nah, I think he has the tools. I think he got the tools.
We'll see.
I wouldn't bail on him yet.
I've been seeing some crazy... I've been seeing some crazy offers for him, though. Like, people are really willing to give players and a first round for him.
I don't see players.
I don't see it, round. But that's what I'm hearing.
I guess my thing is on it. You got film on him in the NFL. Like, that's why I rag on you guys about DJ. I mean, you guys act like you know more than our GM, but or guys that played a game like Darius Slayton. But like, how many times did people draft a quarterback 1 and 2 and they just suck?
Yeah.
Marcus Russell, Ryan Leaf. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, Justin Fields can ball. You got to build around him. You got to make the situation right.
Nothing's a guarantee in the NFL.
Nothing's a guaranteed. And when you have somebody that can play and you believe they can play, you got to build around them. That's what you got to do.
Listen, they're not all going to be 7 weeks ago, you were eating a Danny DeVito sandwich and loving the kid.
I support my quarterbacks. He's not my starter. I know he's not going to be our starter next year. I like him. I would like him to be. I mean, I don't care if they draft somebody and he comes in and ends up being the starter. I don't care if we draft somebody and ends up being the backup. I don't think Tyrod Taylor can be our backup. Nothing against him. I don't dislike Tyrod Taylor. The dude only had one 300-yard game in his whole entire career, and he did it the last game of the season against the Eagles. The guy's been to the playoffs with Buffalo. He hasn't done anything. Like, he is what he is. The same reason why I got mad while we benched Eli Manning and ruined his streak for Geno Smith. Nothing against Geno Smith. I like Geno Smith. He is what he is. If they wanted to bring Davis Webb in and let me see what he got, I would have been a little happier about it. But that's how I felt about the Eli Manning benching. Has nothing. It's just, I don't know. Tyrod Taylor's been in the league. He gets hurt. The year that he took the Bills to the playoffs, he got hurt in the playoffs. Like, that's just what he is, man. Like, I don't know. DeVito has, like, Barkley liked him. He stuck up for him. He was fun. We had a couple good games with him.
That might be another one you lose, too.
You might lose him. People wanted him. He stayed with us for the discount just because of where he lived. I mean,
a lot of talk about the Bears on that one, too. I'll take them.
Should be interesting for sure.
All season's going to be fun.
We got a long ways to go on that off season. We still got a couple games to go here in the playoffs. So we'll be back next week. Look at how these last 2 games turned out to see how our confidence pool turns out with one more game in the Super Bowl, and look forward to seeing you all soon. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe.
Take care, fellas.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week. Thank you.